it's Gil McNeal with Burkland Gardens. We haven't had a video for a while now, so we're going to be getting started again with regular videos for you guys. So middle of January, we're going to be doing some cleanup today, so we'll get a few shots of that. And then just a little tour around the nursery of different things that have been going on. We're back at it and getting ready for spring. There'll be a lot of different things I'll be able to talk to you about. I'm standing next to a lot of our bins that we use to keep the plants organized, and they're pretty empty right now, and they're still here. They're just in different places, and we'll show you where they're at. But they do fill up with a lot of debris. We have a huge oak tree right behind me, and we'll get a shot of that. And there's a lot of leaves that come off of that, and they blow into this area, and they get caught between all the plants. And there's also a huge beech tree, weeping beech tree, right next to it. Lots of leaves, and plus all the other trees around. The oak tree is kind of the main one that fills up the area here, and we have to clean it all out. It also gives me a chance to organize things, do a little bit of weeding. Then we'll be getting everything set for next year. So you can still see a few oak leaves in the back of the bins, and we'll be finished cleaning that out, and over the next couple months organizing everything, getting things back in. And so we'll take a tour of what we've got going on here. We're in an area right now that I'm doing grow bags, and grow bags are cloth bags that you put directly into the ground, and then instead of having to dig the plant up, you just dig the grow bag up with, you can even use forks of a tractor or a spade type shovel, or just get them dug up so that, and then roots are contained within that grow bag. So I've got a number of plants in the ground here, just a variety of different conifers. There's a few shade trees. I've got a few catsuras and a few paperbark maples, but got an area like right behind me here. It's all different types of spruces, all dwarf and miniature ones, and I have some larches behind those. And it'll take a couple of years to get these, the roots to fill into these bags and get them, sold to where they can go into the landscape. Right here, I'm standing next to 2-gallon size conifers, and we're just going to talk a little bit about the gold ones. These are all really nice, but you'll notice mixed in with everything here, you'll see different gold ones. So I'm going to talk about a couple different things. There's a Mugo pine that has a really nice gold tone to it, and most of these are gold in the winter time. So this is all called Karsten's winter gold. Really nice plant, has a lot of winter interest when things aren't blooming and other things aren't looking quite as good. The golds really make your landscape pop. So right next to that we have a really nice Scotch pine, Pinus sylvestris, that's called Gold Coin. And you can see some years are a little more gold than the others. This one here, it's a very nice plant, but sometimes you get a little bit of different color depending on which plant you have, and sometimes it'll be year to year. This one here is not quite as bright as some of the others, but I really like the plant. So it's a nice one to have in the landscape. It'll be a medium-sized tree, which some people might consider large tree, but it's slow growing, but it's going to be tree-like. It's more than a shrub, let's put it that way. It is tree-like. So I'm holding a Pinus parviflora, which is a Japanese white pine, and this one's called Goldilocks, and a little different tone of golden yellow, but it's got variegation in it, so yellow tips. Really a very striking plant in the landscape, and again it'll be a medium-sized tree eventually. Great landscape tree, and Japanese white pines are just great. There's a lot of different cultivars out there, so but Goldilocks, another really nice gold plant. So in front of me I've got a Scotch pine, Pinus sylvestris again, called Nursery. It has unusual needles. You can see they're shorter, and the new growth is much shorter. some of the underneath, the ones that are under are a little longer, adds a lot of interest. And this typically has a nice bright golden yellow color in the winter time. So very slow grower. In 10 years, you know, a couple feet, 2 or 3 feet high at the most. So it's this one here is well over 10 years old, and it's only a little over a foot tall. So this one's in a grow bag. We were just talking about grow bags, so everything in this area is also in our grow bags. Well, here's another Mugo pine right in front of me down on the ground in a grow bag, and it's a Mugo pine called Winter Son. And this one, it has really nice gold. I think you know, I don't have as many of these around, but it's one I'm going to propagate because I really do like it. So it has a nice gold color. Again, it'll be winter color. And then we're going to move over and show you a fir tree that's one of my all-time favorites. So Abies Nordmania, which is a really nice fir tree, and this one's called Golden Spreader. So the habit of that tree is to be low growing, and it'll be low growing for a number of years. Eventually it may put out a leader, and that leader can be left to grow so you get a little bit of height on the tree, or you can cut it off and keep it more flat and spreading. So slow growing, in 10 years it'll be maybe 2 by 3, more like 1 by 2, so kind of in that range depending on your soil and water and all those other things. And the color is pretty consistent. We'll show you what a couple others look like in our nursery here too. The next one we're going to talk about is Picea abies, or the Norway spruce, and this one's called Gold Drift. So it's a weeping plant. The branches weep down. You can stake it for some height, so they can either be upright or low growing on the ground. And it is a great gold color, and you know, something to, you know, put into the landscape. This is another nice tree, Picea orientalis, which if you've watched other videos, you might know that I'm partial to oriental spruces. And this particular one, I didn't mention the name, is called Skylands. Nice bright yellow color, and it's a medium-sized tree. It's going to be slow growing upright, but eventually, you know, after 15 years or so, it's going to be up 10, 12, 15 feet tall, and then, like all other plants, it keeps growing. So pretty dramatic plant in the landscape that, you know, to show off that nice gold color. And for a spruce, it has soft needles, so that's something else that I like about it. Small, soft needles, and very nice gold plant. So here's probably the nicest gold that you'll see in a conifer, and it, you know, consistently really a bright gold. It's called Chief Joseph. It's Pinus contorta, the lodgepole pine, and it is gold in the wintertime. It's going to be close to species size, but it's slower growing, but it gets to be a good sized tree. You can see that last year it had close to a foot of growth here, even the top, yeah, probably close to a foot. So it's good. I'll just kind of mention too, it's good on your pines to clean out old needles and get them off there. That's one of the things that distracts. I've had people call me. I used to be a landscape contractor, so I installed a lot of these things, and they would call me and say my pine looks like it's dying, and it's just these old needles. They'll start to die back and show that brown in the summertime and throughout the fall. So so keep your pines cleaned out, and they'll look a lot better. So Chief Joseph, what a really great golden color. We might show you, we're going to show you an Hinoki cypress here in just a second too. So behind me or next to me is a type of Hinoki cypress, and there's lots of different cultivars types of Hinokis. This is a dwarf one that's a golden color, and there's quite a few different named varieties of Hinoki cypress. So this one, I didn't plant it, tag is lost, so it's I'm not going to propagate this one for the name, but it's just you're gonna enjoy it for its landscape values. So you can see, and there's quite a few types of this out in the market. Great trees. Well, thanks for joining us today. And while we're in the garden, we're just in the middle of winter cleanup, and we'll be doing more videos on a regular basis and just talking about our plants and gardening in general. And I hope you enjoy that part of it. So be sure to down there in that section to subscribe to our channel. If you like it, click the like button, and leave any comments if you have questions. Jesse always forwards those to me, and I'll get back to you. So thanks for watching. See you next time.